All right, welcome to another adventure we're doing a voiceover after the fact. Kicking my microphone around. I recorded this entire episode with my microphone on mute. So, we're just going back through and, we're just gonna, do a little bit of a play-by-play. So, I won't be talking as much. You can enjoy the game a little bit more. Anything that's like super important, I will go ahead and point out, or any, particular strategy or something that I'm going to do, I will go ahead and point that out. But in general, it's just going to be mostly gameplay in this one. It shouldn't be, the path forward isn't too hard to follow. Just keep an eye where I'm going. Can't rely on directions on this one. I do apologize for that, but I am human. I make mistakes. Recently in this walkthrough, I've made a lot of mistakes, but this is the first walkthrough that I've ever done. So hopefully we'll be in a better habit going forward in future walkthroughs. So all we're doing right now is we're walking to like the very technically the first grace of the royal capital. So can't seem to get my volume right.
My utmost thanks for bringing me to the pier, and thus I shall farewell. I shall leave. I wish you luck. You have. I have no.
So right here, we're gonna go ahead and finish up box quest. There's two ways that you can finish box quest.
Master, I was the urge. I know it.
One way is to give him a larval tear, and he'll go to Renala, and he'll get his rebirth done. And then you'll lose him as a tailor. Another way to finish his quest is to use the You're Beautiful prattling pate, and turns out that that's his mom. Not all of them, just that one. And that'll finish his quest, and he'll stay your tailor. But we're gonna go with the funnier option, and that's going to be to give him the larval tear, and you'll see what I mean once you finish up his quest. Now here I wasn't sure if Renala's armor counted as demigod armor, because I normally use the Radon armor, but it turns out that yes, Renala's armor does count as demigod armor for the purpose of box quest.
Bok the scene ready to make a... Master, my apologies. Your wardrobe includes... And I'm afraid that a royal scene... Just wait. Is that a gift? Thank you kindly. Amazing. With a spectre. Are you certain? Have faith. I'll polish. I'll be the... Now, please do.
here I'm just trying to see if we have enough stamina to wear Radahn's armor, but I forgot his gloves in the chest. But it doesn't matter because with the greaves on, we're heavy load, so we can't wear it. And you know, we're so heavy with it that even if we were to take off the cape, we still wouldn't be able to wear it. So we're gonna go ahead and just put everything back, and we're gonna send him off to Rennala, and then we'll go check on him, and then you'll see what I mean when I say it's the funnier option.
Bok the seams ready to make a master. Well, has the power. Oh, look at being reborn. Do you think that I'm as good at? Oh, I need to learn. Master, would you mind? I heard that you. Well, and you'd make. So please allow me. You, my lord. Please and please. Going already, please. Bok the sea ready to make. My lord. Oh, these are. Oh, my lord. It was my. My lord. I'm off to. I'll be reborn. Going, please.
Now we're going to go check on Bok, now that we've given him the larval tier. And there he is. And his quest is over. You can't really interact with him. If you try to talk to him, he just gives you ellipses. If you use, you know, prattling pates, it doesn't matter which one you use. He just sort of stays there. Even if you use my lord that he gave you, he just sort of stays there. I've tried everything. It's just the end of his quest. It's funny. He's just stuck there in his drawers for the rest of the game. So that's why that's the funny option. Always choose the funny option. If you got a choice, choose the funny option.
You're beautiful.
So now we're going to go back to the royal capital, the East Capital Rampart. And now we're going to make our way into the capital proper. So as you're killing these bubble people, you know, if you got a silver pickled foulfoot, go ahead and pop one on if you like, because they can drop their horns. I think in the next episode we actually get one of their horns to drop. We weren't farming for it or anything. We were just killing, you know, some bubble people where we were at, and the horn dropped, and so you know, we were able to get it. The weapon art on it it's not very good. The small one anyway. The medium one will do a ton of damage to larger targets, especially like dragons or something. If you can get right up underneath it and just fart out all your bubbles, it can work out pretty good. Now, I spent a lot of time here explaining how you can tell live mobs from dead mobs. But the long and short of it is, if they're holding a weapon, they're alive, so kill it. That's basically what it boils down to. Once you're up here in this room, go ahead and grab that perfume bottle from behind the desks. And then after that, you're going to want to go up the stairs there to the left. And you're going to want to pick up the Seedbed Curse. That's on the guy in the chair. It's a very important quest item. You don't want to miss it. So just, you know, head up the stairs and grab the Seed Curse. Again, I spend way too long here trying to explain how to tell those dead mobs there from the mobs that are alive. Again, it just boils down to if they have a weapon in their hand. Technically, if you can lock on to them, they're also alive, but if you don't know to lock on to them, the easiest way to tell is if they're holding a weapon. So if you notice, that knight had glowing golden eyes. If you see an enemy that has glowing golden eyes like that, that means they're going to drop extra runes. See, that knight there dropped 1,310. The knight with the glowing eyes would he drop like 6,530. So if you see, you know, an enemy with glowing eyes, it's definitely worth killing. So here we're just gonna pop these rubes real quick, grab a couple of pieces of loot. Well, we pop over to this gazebo to grab some loot. What you'll do here is you're going to sprint at the gargoyle, and then right as the fire gets close to you, just pick a side left or right and just juke to either side, and you will dodge the fire. Then you'll kill the gargoyle, and then you can pick up your loot. And after that, you're going to head back up the stairs to where the those baddies were on the second set stair. The second set there, and you'll continue along the path. here you kind of want to use the corner of this building to draw the enemies closer to you into melee range. That way you don't have to deal with that. But you know, at the outset here, they didn't want to come play, so it took a little bit of time to get them to come around that corner. I misgauged my distance there to that corner, and you know, that sort of gave me a bit of a hard time here. But you know, I kept the corners in play, and it helped funnel those enemies into an area where I could control them a little bit better. And then we got the other guys there, and so we're gonna play a little game of Ring Around the Rosie until I can come up behind them here and take them out in a more safe and judicious manner. So here we're just gonna jump over the railing here. Doing so brings down the Erd Tree Guardian here. You can, if you're in a bit of a spot, if you see the flags right there just past him, that's an opening to a door. So if you're really in a tough spot, you can just run to that doorway and down the steps there, and there's a grace. And you can rest in the grace and it'll reset the boss, but it'll also reset all of the enemies. So if you don't need to do that, I would suggest not. I would suggest just fighting it here. It's not a difficult fight. We had kind of a bit of a problem right at the start getting prepped, but and in the end, we were able to take it down. We got our Lord's Rune, and now we're just back to looting, basically. That's the doorway. And then right behind me here, that's our grace. I spend a little bit of time here, a bit lost. We're looking for the remainder of these knights and a specific piece of loot. Not in the fan knives. Finally found what we were looking for. Was this set up? That set of stairs up. Oh man, I can talk. Because we wanted to. There's one of those lion things and a perfumer over here, and on the live stream I mentioned, and I'll mention it here because I mentioned it while we were actually playing this part. As gamers, you should all be familiar with the philosophy of we're all professionals and nobody is watching, right? So, if you've ever played a video game and in your general play, when when nobody's watching you, you have zero problems. You're able to beat bosses and take down enemies and, navigate paths and do everything the game requires you to do, and you're damn near flawless, right? And the second you're like, oh, hey, come watch this, you fail miserably at everything, right? And we're not always flawless all the time, but, you'll be playing games and it's called a flow state, right? When everything is just clicking and you're just on target the whole time. And we've all experienced that. We've also experienced the exact opposite when we ask somebody to watch. We just enter into a state of cascade failure, right? So that's pretty much what I experience every time I record a walkthrough. Is just it's a constant 30 minutes of me being in cascade failure mode, right? Like here, I have 0 FP and I'm still trying to use my weapon art, and I just, I'm seeing that it's not working, but my brain hasn't registered that it's not working yet. My brain is disengaged. And it's probably due to the fact that I know I have no FP flasks left. So it's like, well, why would I bother paying attention to my FP? I just don't have any. It's empty. I have no more flasks. So there's nothing I can do about it. So it's just my brain is just taking that information and just chucked it out. Which I need that information because it changes the way that I approach engagements, right? Brain, hello, why are you checking that information out? Anyway, the episode here is coming to a close. The next episode, I did not mute my mic, so you'll be blessed with my lovely voice for the whole episode. So let's go ahead and pick up these smithing stones, and then I guess I'll just see you in the next episode. So until then, thank you for watching.